What's up, sneaker family? In this video, we'll be repairing a pair of patent leather Air Jordan 11 Concords using the patent leather hand painting kit. My name is Footprinse. Now let's begin this tutorial. All tools and supplies used in this video will be in the comments or in the description. Enough, we got a pair of Concord 11s. We'll be repairing this patent leather. Here, it's done, so we're going to be taking that off. And we're gonna be filling, repainting, then reglossing, and then these should be back to new. So all I did so far in some areas was I used leather filler, and then in the other heavier areas we used the patent leather legend blue white, and we just filled in all the areas with that paint, and then we sanded it down. The reason why I hand paint these, like the Concords, is because when I use the airbrush gun, you run a risk of overspray getting onto the white mesh. It could be a pain to get out of the white mesh, so I choose the hand painting method, and that helps save me the trouble of cleaning. So as we begin sanding here, I'm gonna be using my level 1 pad, and you can see this part is white. And there's another part up here that's black. I use the white side when I'm sanding white, and I use the black side when I'm sanding black. And I keep this pad like that, and I keep it marked with those colors. So all you're gonna need is a little bit of soap and water right here. And then you'll put that on the areas that are uneven as well. But that's it. You don't need it to be too wet. I do have a damp cloth that I'll wet this, and I'll wipe this up here as well to keep the area moist. And then I'll use the level 1 pad, white side, and I'll sand those uneven areas, like if they're deep, okay? And we'll just sand in there. Keep attacking it. And then add water if necessary. Then I'll just get me a piece of dry cloth and I'll just wipe that off. Okay, that was after we used the sponge. We wiped away with the sponge. Then we used the dry cloth and we wiped that off. Next up, we'll be using the sanding block, and it has a triangular edge in it to get inside of curves. So you'll be doing the same thing. We'll just add a little bit of moisture. Or if you want to add it with your cloth, your wet cloth, you can add it that way as well. Just damp, it doesn't have to be soaked. And then you'll begin to sand. And you'll feel it get smooth in your hand. That's what I like about this and doing it this way. I know where my trouble areas are at because I can feel it in my hand. And I can feel the areas start to get smooth as I go. So I know I'm doing the work right. Get my damp cloth, wipe that off, then we're gonna get the dry cloth and wipe it off. FYI, this is about 7 coats of paint up here so far. Then we're gonna be moving on to the paint roller, and we're gonna be doing light coats of black on top. Okay, so as I'm painting here, I use myself a palette, and we got 2 rollers here. It'll come with your pack. I keep them in a plastic bag to avoid them like drying out as I'm painting. So I'll just put some patent paint up here. Same thing. Got a piece of cardboard over here. I'll show you. Just put a hole in it with your finger. You can do the same thing. Move that out and I'll show you. Get your roller and then roll your paint out thin. You want nice thin coats. Okay. Get it thin, and now you're ready to start rolling it onto the sneaker. And you're kind of going in one direction for the most part, and you're doing thin coats. like that. It's supposed to look like little dots. Just like that. And you ease up on the pressure to apply like thin coats and to dry up the top until it's all black. Dab, wipe. Okay, so right here we're gonna begin to sand because we got like those little dots on the surface. So we're gonna try to get that as smooth as possible before we apply the final sealer. So these dots I can feel them pretty good. So I'm gonna use the level 2 pad and I'm gonna begin to sand. If I had this in my lap, it would be down like this and I would be using gravity to sand. Like that. But for the video, I got it like this for you so I can show you it getting smooth. Small circular motions, eliminating all those fine dots. See that? Then I'm gonna get the block and I'm gonna like use the corners to get into those really like hard to reach areas. Small circular motions, light pressure. This front end corner, like when I press and I'm sanding, it's flexible. You can see like it's some flex on it. So that allows me to apply some pressure like on the edges, on the toe box right here and on the back of the heel as well, in those hard areas. And I won't damage the surface as I apply pressure when I'm sanding. All right, so you can see that smoothing out compared to that side. See that? And then that side is starting to get really smooth. If the areas are giving you like a lot of trouble and you want to speed things up, you just go and get your same sanding blocks, but you'll be using the wet and you'll be using level 1 pad, not level 2, and the sanding block, and you'll just wet it. Remember that was the black one. You had the black pad, just a little bit. You don't need a lot. Put that on there and attack those trouble areas. Light pressure. Wipe that off. Remember, we don't need it to be oversaturated. And then we're able to see, and then we'll just attack those areas. When we feel it get smooth, we know we're done. You can apply water to the sponge, just like that, if you want, and wipe it on like this. And then you can sand, same way. But then make sure you get it off, because you don't want it to be oversaturated. Okay, so once you're finished sanding and you got the area really smooth, you're ready to apply your final sealer. You can see this smooth compared to this side. You can see how this side looks compared to this side. You may have to do touch-ups on paint or add to areas and then just repeat the process and get it back smooth like this again before you apply your sealer. But little stuff like this is gonna happen, so you may wanna apply, I would say about maybe 10 to 15 light coats. So once you start sanding, you don't reach back down to the base coat. Because once you're sanding, it's gonna be taking off paint. So uneven stuff may show up. So make sure you put on a good amount of layers. Okay, in this portion of the video, we're just going to be going over the patent leather repair process to save time. We started off by putting leather filler in the areas that were heavily damaged, but they're not heavy stress areas or flex areas. For the areas that flex like this, we use the patent leather X Flex filler. After it was applied and we allowed the proper drying time, we sanded the areas down. Then we followed up by applying the patent leather paint, and then we followed up with the wipe-on sealer. Patent leather X-Flex filler can be used to repair scuffs, scrapes, and gashes on patent leather Air Jordan 11s or just patent leather in general. It's totally flexible and water resistant. It's been tested on Concord 11s, cool gray 11s, and bred 11s. Not gonna press really, just letting it do its thing. You're gonna let that dry. Okay. If you would like to learn more about patent leather repairs, please go check out my video, How to Repair Air Jordan 11 Cool Gray 11s. In this video, we went through the entire patent leather repair process from beginning till end, and as well at the end of the video, we had a bonus showing you a lot of airbrushing tips. A lot of colors here, as you can see. We got AJ11 Legend Blue White, patent leather paint, black, black matte. I'm transitioning between a lot of colors. So with that, and while I'm spraying, I keep my airbrush inside a cup submerged in water to